All right, Todd, if you can hear me, we're going to go in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, from the Jerry Welch Gymnasium here in Potsdam, New York at Maxey Hall. Thank you wherever you are listening in here on Mix 96.1 FM or watching along with the live stream on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app. With Todd Truax engineering this broadcast on the Mix 96.1 FM side, I'm Taylor Salisbury, and we are here for another double-header afternoon of basketball for SUNY Potsdam. The women's team will start it off first as they will be taking on the women's team for the Oswego State Lakers. SUNY Potsdam last night was here at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium, and it was a tough game for sure as they were defeated by the SUNY Canton Kangaroos. The final score of that one, as I go back to my stats here, give me 1 second. They ended up losing. The final score, I believe, was, as I go back for it, 87-77. So in that game, it was a very tough contest all the way through. The girls just could not execute in the second quarter, mostly on the chances that they were given from the Ruse squad. Right now, SUNY Potsdam, after that game last night, sits at 3-15 on the season. They are 2-9 in the SUNYAC. Oswego State is 7-10, and they are 5-6 in the SUNYAC. So, looking here at the actual overall SUNYAC standings, Oswego would be in 6th place, and 2 down from them in 8th would be Potsdam. Potsdam is tied actually with Buffalo State just underneath them, and then in the last position would be Morrisville at 0-11. As leading the way so far this season for Potsdam has been a dynamic duo of Lucy Scarpine as well as Dalen Alcock, have had supporting cast members in Jones, Cook, as well as Richards, and they're going to need the whole cast of characters to be in it for this one if they want to come out with the win this afternoon. This is the first game of 2. The men's teams will be going at it here at 4 p.m. That's when the tip-off will be. I know last night we ran a little late. We did honor the memory of Jerry Welsh here at the Jerry Welsh Gymnasium, but the game today should be on time. As both teams will come out here and line up on the court, we will have the horn blow here momentarily, and then we will have the playing of the national anthem before we give you the starting lineups for both these squads. I want to actually give a update. I was actually looking at the men's basketball score from last night. So for the girls, they ended up losing 79-48 was the final score. So they are now at a 4-game losing skid that they hope that they're able to break here this afternoon. For Oswego State, they were at Plattsburgh State, and they were defeated as well, 76-64. So they, right now, have a 2-game losing streak going into this afternoon's contest. As now we will have the starting lineups here for both of these programs. Coming out here first are the Oswego State Lakers, as at the 1 will be number 12, senior Sydney Hefts, a 5'7" guard from Amsterdam, New York. 2 is number 21, Sarah Hirschler, a junior guard, also 5'7", from Fairport, New York. At the 3 is graduate guard number 24, Shanae Holmes, 5'7", Elmira, New York native. Then at the 4 is number 30, Giovanna White Principio, a senior forward, 6'1", from Waterloo, New York. And at the 5 is number 33, freshman forward Madison Gilroy, 5'9", from North Baldwin, New York. And as we flip the script over here, now we will have the starting lineup for your Potsdam Bears. Coming out first is number 4, freshman guard Lucy Scarpine, 5'7", from Angola, New York. Second will be number 5, sophomore guard Emily Smith. She is 5'9", from Greenville, New York. At the 3 is number 11, Olivia Cook, another freshman guard here for the Bears, 5'5", from Cicero, New York. Behind her, number 12, Dalen Alcock, the senior guard-forward combo, 5'10", from Philadelphia, New York. And at the 5 is number 20, Kiera Baxter, another combination forward guard freshman, 5'9", from Liverpool, New York. Oswego's program is coached by Sean Pinkerton in his 9th season with the program. The assistant coaches are Jim Muckey and Jessica Cook. SUNY Potsdam, as always, in her 10th season, coached by Brittany Cohen. The assistant coach is Michael Busby. And on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app, you will see that SUNY Potsdam is wearing their alternate dark uniforms for this afternoon's game. They're in black with white paint splatter, or white numbers if you want to be a little more clearer about it. And the Oswego State Lakers in the white uniforms with green trim and numbers with also gold lettering. As Scarpine will miss the first offensive possession here of the game, Oswego will try to pick up some points. Couple quick, crisp passes. Trying to get away with it is going to be Hirschler. As she passes it to the center, it's White Principio. Through traffic, that one is picked up here by Hefts and back. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Three-pointer is no good, but it was rebounded successfully in the offensive zone. Holmes giving it over that time, and it's good from about, I'd say, 7 feet out on the right side of the board. So the first 2 points of the game will go here to the Lakers. Quick turnover, coming back 3-on-2 the other way was Oswego State, and there is the first foul as Hirschler tried to go up with it. That'll go against Olivia Cook for the Bears as the first free throw is up and in. One more to go here, and this would make it 4-0 here early for the Lakers. That shot on its way hits the back of the tin, bounces out, and trying to recover the ball there was Gilroy, but it was already over the line underneath of the basket. This is Dalen Alcock now for the Bears as she scans the environment and will find Cook. Cook lobbing that one two-handed to Scarpine, who in front of Coach Pinkerton had the ball pickpocketed away and then took an elbow in the cheek for her troubles. That leads to a 2-point shot that is successful for White Principio. Scarpine once again with possession. Back pass, wide open was Alcock as she swings into the corner of the paint. And again, no good on the attempt. Given back to Hirschler. She'll get by Scarpine. Her hook shot no good as it rolled around the rim right to left. Scarpine has that one tipped up in the air. Coming down with it is Baxter. Give her credit as she's being basically swarmed by 3 defenders there. Then Alcock's shot from three-point land misses. Here is a Hail Mary pass that connects with White Principio. And again, she gets herself another bucket. 7-0 is now the score here. Less than 2 minutes, actually less than 3 minutes into the opening quarter. And we'll already have 2 substitutions here for the Lakers. Being pulled out will be Hirschler and Gilroy. Taking their place is going to be Akins, as well as number 4, Brianna Weaver, a junior guard from North Syracuse, New York. Scarpine trying a backward shot behind the back. No dice. Also mentioned that there is 1 foul apiece here. That last one went to Hirschler on Oswego. And White Principio goes up with that one on the right side of the glass. She gets pushed. That'll be a foul against Kira Baxter. So the first shot is made by White Principio, as she'll get ready and reset the second shot on its way. No good, and brought down defensively by Alcock, as she'll come back on the right wing lane. Trying to spin away from Akins. She does semi. Her shot no good on the right side from about 4 feet. Akins dribbling this one, telegraphing her pass all the way. However, Smith did not try to reach in against Holmes. Holmes will go out over the line. It will remain Oswego State's ball here, as they are now up by 8 points with 6 minutes and 26 seconds on the clock. Pass back to Akins. She hesitates, does not take the shot. And then Baxter having a little bit of difficulty here. And she will be helped out here on the upper left-hand corner of the court. We did mention last night that she was playing with basically a body brace on around her shoulder and her arm area, and it looks like that is bothering her right now. She is in an extreme amount of pain as she sits behind the Bears bench. Because of that, she will be subbed out here. Now in the game will be LaRock for the Bears. This one tipped in midair, 2 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Somehow White Principio gets it off. It had plenty of hang time and just goes straight down into the netting. Oswego now has a lead by double digits. Alcock has a free lane to the net, but her layup is no good. She was flying on the left side of the glass. However, the ball just would not go in. They work it, Oswego that is, to the right side in front of the Bears bench. 3-point shot off the mark by Hefts. Alcock, another defensive board, trying to go back in this time, and Akins will be the one called here on the foul. As we will have more substitutions coming in now, here is going to be Richards and Jones for SUNY Potsdam. As Alcock's shot bounces off the front and back of the rim and right back to her, no good. She has one more to go. And that one is good. What a beauty. The other substitution was for Oswego State. That was Pence coming into this one. As that three-point shot, that was a brick that was put up by Weaver. Ball was knocked out with a hand, and it does look like it was on Alcock. White Principio fakes the shot. A couple quick passes there by the Lakers. On the left side, that one taken out of midair. Nicely done on the intercept in the passing lane was LaRock, and then she gave it back to Akins. She tried to advance the ball forward. This one straight down the pipe. No good for three by Holmes. 10-1 is the score off that one shot that was made on the foul by Alcock. 4 minutes and 36 seconds remaining in our opening quarter here at the Jerry Wells Gymnasium. As Jones will try to go through the defense, hits hard off the hardwood, and that ball was taken away. They're going to call a traveling on Weaver as she tried to fake the shot and then take it at the last second. She was being pressured in front by LaRock. Timeout called here on the court. 4 minutes and 25 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. Oswego right now leads by 9, 10-1. Two fouls apiece here for both of these clubs. As we look here, Cook had one and Baxter had one for SUNY Potsdam, and the Lakers, it was Akins and Hirschler with the fouls. Alcock, the only one to secure points here for the Bears. She went 1 for 2 on the free throw attempts. And for Oswego State, Holmes has 3 points, and White Principio has 7 so far. And we literally just eclipsed the halfway mark here in the first. So White Principio hoping to have herself a game here. Looks like there was a little discussion between the official and the coaches as well as the scorers table. But we're back in here. Inbounding this one, coming away with it is Richards. Her pass connected with Jones. Oh, she almost swung right into a defensive player here for Oswego. That time it's tipped away by Lewis, but she is able to regain the rock. 10 seconds remaining on the shot clock here as Paris Jones tries to slither her way in. She did not get the shot away, but there was the foul before on Lewis. So Jones will swap here with, it looks like Smith, yes, to throw this one in, and it's Alcock. Alcock back to Smith, who just rovered her way back up to the right-hand corner of the arch. On the right side of the key, that is deflected away from Alcock. Nicely done by Akins. Meanwhile, Weaver comes down, and she'll get called again on the travel. That's 2 times in a row. And Coach Pinkerton trying to deflect that call away with the official on the opposite side. Potsdam coming back here left to right across the Jerry Wells Gymnasium. That goes off the body of Pence. Dalen Alcock will go back and take a well-deserved breather here for the Bears. And she will be taken out here by, it looks like, Scarpine back in this one for some more action. She'll be pressured already by Pence as she got the drive-by handoff. Then that one is knocked away by Williams. Tremendous defense put on here by Oswego State. as the Bears have literally only been able to pick up 1 point, and it was on a free throw. There's a jump ball between Richards and Pence. Possession will favor the Bears. As the official tries to give the synopsis of what he saw there on the play, he was the closest one over there to the ball. Actually, now he has reversed his decision, and it's going to be the Lakers. 3-point shot, no good for Weaver, as it's Richards, or actually that's LaRock on the rebound. She gave it to the left wing to Scarpine. Back pass to Jones as she tries to quarterback the play. Looking around, nobody in the vicinity is open. There is a pass. No, she was looking to try to get a pick play by LaRock, and she did. As she went up with the ball, of course, it just gets swatted away as Paris Jones is only 5'4", a senior graduate from Houston, Texas. But, however, she is not the smallest woman on this Bears team. And at the same time, LaRock finally able to put in the first actual basket here for the Bears as they stole this one away. 2-on-1, Jones, no good as she let the shot go from the right side. Barely keeping this alive as she was almost falling over like wood in the forest was Lewis. And she'll get this one. Wow, she had to lunge for it. That was impressive. Here's a three-pointer on its way. No good by Oswego. The ball is on the ground in the paint, as Scarpine will claw for it with Weaver. It looks like this time it will be SUNY Potsdam's possession, as Weaver will be taken out here for Wiley. And Akins will also sit down at the bench, as we will get our first look also here at freshman guard Juliette Huguet from, well, I'm not even going to try it right now, but from France. She's number 44 in white and green. A nice hook pass, as it was Richards to LaRock. Was a foul there. Getting a piece of her was Williams. As now the Lakers have 4 total fouls here so far in the first quarter. SUNY Potsdam still down by 7. 1:40 remaining. Scarpine bounce pass at the knees was for LaRock. She just could not handle the ball, and that one is an offensive turnover against Oswego State. Dribbling this one across midcourt, it is Huguet. Now down low, Williams wide open for Oswego State, dumps it in for 2. Trying to answer back here will be Dalen Alcock. Passes it along for Cook. Cook shot's no good, and there was a little bit of contact that will be called against Huguet. So 2 shots here for Olivia Cook. First one hits the front of the rim and bounces in. Cook plants herself. Second shot misses away. Picked up by Williams. Looking for the outlet pass and getting it was Lewis, as they worked it left to right and right back to Lewis around the umbrella. Down in the paint, that was Williams kicking it back out, and a shot is good. However, oh no, it is a three-pointer that time for Huguet. Meanwhile, Scarpine has this one rainbow its way over the netting. And it's another offensive giveaway here by the Bears, their second in a row. as they still trail here by 11 points. 30 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Uge dribbling this one out. 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Playing pitch and catch was Uge with Pence. Tries it one more time, then losing the ball. Picking it up there was Wiley with 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock. It is unsuccessful. Rebounded here. Williams was looking for that one at the last second. It looked like Smith was the one who was able to get a fingertip on the ball. And one last shot by Williams off the inbound. That hits the left side of the rim and is no good. That finishes up our first quarter of play here at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium at Maxey Hall. As currently in this women's basketball game, it is the Lakers 15 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 4. As we will see here, unofficially, there have been 3 players for SUNY Potsdam that have scored so far. Cook went 1 for 2 on foul attempts. Alcock also went 1 for 2 on her free throws. And LaRock hit a 2-pointer in about the 7 minutes and 30-second mark of the quarter. For the Lakers, White Principio leads the way with 7 points. Uge had a 3-point shot there. That was the last one of the quarter. Holmes has 3 points, and Williams has 2 points as well. As we will look here to see the other statistics real quick before we jump back in. Just got to get the live stats reloaded here. Okay. So for the Lakers, they go 6 for 16 on field goals. That gives them a percentage of 37.5%. The Bears 1 for 11, 9.1%. Yeesh. SUNY Potsdam really has to pick up the pace here if they want to have a shot going into halftime. There were 15 rebounds for Oswego State, and it shows so far in this game. Only 7 for the Bears, and 6 of those were defensive. 8 seconds on the shot clock here for Williams. She will find a way in. Blowing by Smith, no good, and then it was rebounded here offensively again by the Lakers. Fresh shot clock, the shot now tipped away. Williams will be the one who touched it last, as Smith will grab the ball for the Bears. Smith zigzagging away and got the pass to Scarpine. Scarpine curls and will bring it back to Alcock. Alcock almost had that one knocked away by Pence. She was able to recover. Cook got a pass, and then driving towards the basket, she is knocked down. They're just going to say that it was out of bounds. It will remain Bears ball. Lobbing pass back to the top of the arch. It's Smith with 5 ticks remaining on the shot clock. And a hip being thrown on right there by Pence. Hits Smith. Pence with their first foul of the contest. The first one here of the second quarter, as Alcock has plenty of time now to try to make a play happen. On the swinging pass, Cook again gets body contact. That will be the second one here against Uge. 15-4, still the score. As Scarpine drills one off the right side from 4 feet. No problem on that one. Well, let's see how Oswego State will take that one. Uge to Williams. Her shot, no good. It was a two-pointer. Misses the mark. Wiley with a thunderous pass to the right side as Pence being pressured from behind by Richards. Now a double team put on here. Wide open with 2 seconds remaining. Three-point shot, no good! Pence has it tipped away. Tremendous defense by Alcock. Scarpine cuts in, but her shot will not fall. And it's taken away by Richards. She gave it to Alcock. A floater, no good from around the foul line. Jump ball, and we'll see. It should remain with the Bears. Coach Cohen yelling out the play that she wants her team to perform here. As I do believe that there should maybe be a changing of the shot clock timing, possibly. And in that specific amount of time, Smith is going to be tagged out here for LaRock. We still have not seen Baxter back in the game since she went off with the apparent re-aggravation of her injury, her shoulder injury. She is over there on the bench next to a street clothes dressed Reshambo, who we also haven't seen here in about a week or two on the court. So we'll have to wait and see what also transpires with that, as that one is stripped away by Cook off of Hirschler. And now she gives it to Scarpine. That three-point shot, not enough on it. However, she picks up her own rebound, and a great shot underneath the basket. Falls for two. Give credit to Scarpine for following up on her own shot. Not to be outdone, a three-pointer that time from Uge will be no good from that upper right-hand part of the court. And it looks like Richards is called on that one. That'll be her first foul. And it will also result in her exiting stage right back to the bench. Hoyt has made her way in here for her first minutes for the Bears. Looking for an open pass was White Principio. Alcock was able to find it at the last moment. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock, and then a hesitation there as letting it go is Wiley. And she will cash in for three. That little hesitation as LaRock was thinking about going after the loose ball. She went backwards, and it cost the Bears 3 points. 18-8 now the score in favor of Oswego State. 6 minutes and 24 seconds remaining before the half. Bounce pass at the ankles. It gets through a bunch of bodies. There was a jump ball called, and this time it will go against the Lakers in the offensive zone. Coach Pinkerton not really joyed at all about it, as he thought that his team regained it. Another three-point shot rolls around the world and out, as letting it go was Holmes. Picked up here by the Bears as they try to come back the other way. It's Cook. It's a lobber from 2 feet away, but it's no good. And here come the Lakers in the offensive territory. Holmes tries another one. That one is checked away by the orange tin. There was a collision there. Scarpine went down to the ground. She looks to be okay. Ball is going to be Oswego State's still, as that went over the white line. Paris Jones will come back in here for Cook, as we're almost halfway through the second quarter. Working it around. The Lakers now come into the paint. Pass down low is good for White Principio for 2, and then it is a timeout called by the Lakers. 20-8 is now your score. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Scarpine, the only one so far here in the second to score for the Bears. She has 4 points total. Whereas for the Lakers, Wiley had a three-pointer, and White Principio just picked up 2 more points to add to her overall total, as she is now sitting at 9 of the 20 points. Once again, would like to remind you that this is the first game of 2 here this afternoon. The second game is the men's basketball between Oswego and Potsdam. That will have a 4 p.m. tip-off. And right now we look to be right on schedule here. So you'll be able to listen to that on Mix 96.1 FM on your radio, or you can watch it live on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app. Or the third option, if you are looking for something to do on this Saturday afternoon, as that one is intercepted by the Lakers, falling down with Smith to make the pass. And a three-point shot. Rolls off and is picked up there by Hoyt, another jump ball. As I was saying, the other option is, if you're looking for something to do here on this Saturday afternoon, you could always come down here to Maxey Hall and the Jerry Welch Gymnasium. Not only do we have the men's basketball game coming up and plenty of seating available, we also have a women's ice hockey game across the way here at the Maxey Hall Ice Arena. The women's basketball team, the women's hockey team is taking on the Plattsburgh State Cardinals in about 25 minutes. And that also can be heard on Potsdam, or actually viewed on PotsdamBears.com, as John Horn should have the call over on the opposite side of the arena. Some very quick passes there by the Lakers, as Bears almost seem to not have their footing in the defensive zone. In the last few possessions, they have just not been able to catch up to the ball. However, they will get a fortuitous break here, as that went out of play on the sidelines. Now getting knocked down was LaRock. First foul against number 10, Jenna Russo, a senior guard from Gardner, New York, who also went to New Paltz High School before coming to Oswego State. We will have an update on New Paltz later throughout the day. It's taken away, and the two-pointer is no good. It was an easy deuce for Holmes running back the other way. However, she does not capitalize. Lakers ball still. White Principio. Ooh, she lost control of it briefly. It went behind her. Hoyt decided not to try to track it down. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Out in front of the Bears bench. Three-point shot, no good, and it's brought down defensively this time by Scarpine, and it's punched out again over the sidelines, this time by Hefts. Hoyt will pass it back deep into the defensive zone. Smith picks it up, then loses it. It's controlled now by the Lakers. No good on that one was Russo. As she'll try to reset here, this time for three. She had tons of time and space, and she drains the three-pointer. That will result in another timeout taken here. And that one will be for the Bears, as Coach Cohen will make her way back from the court. Typically, after a timeout, she'll go about halfway across and then make her way back. 4 minutes and 14 seconds remaining here before halftime, as it's now Oswego State 23, SUNY Potsdam 8. And as I just touched on, for the Bears, it seems like they're 2 steps backwards from what what the play is going on in front of them in the defensive zone. They're not able to pick up the player who has the ball and try to steal the possession away. And in turn, they haven't even had a moment here in the second to set up shop in the offensive territory. Scarpine, so far, has 4 points here in the second. But to be honest, it's very hard to remember the last time that the Bears were in the offensive zone lately. It was very early after the end of the first. Shuffling along the line. Hoyt did find Cook, and Cook now connects with the advancing ball forward. Smith now to Jones. Cook gets it back with about 4 feet between her and the defender Russo, as she now gives it to LaRock, and she loses it again here to White Principio. Then with a nice lunge in the defensive zone to take the ball away, it's Smith, as she got in front of Russo. Oh, wow, Cook did a barrel roll with the ball and passed it away and got it right back from Hoyt. She'll go down hard into the paint. She'll have to get rid of it and get out. And there's going to be 9 seconds remaining. Smith, on the pass to Jones, has crumpled to the ground, and she is easily holding her right knee. She will now be tended to here. And already the Bears have kind of been bitten by the injury bug here, and they really can't afford to lose any more players. As we'll try to give you an update here on some of the stat lines, it looks like so far 10 points in the paint for the Lakers, 4 for the Bears. In terms of steals, I was very interested in this category. 10 for Oswego State, 5 for SUNY Potsdam. Felt like it was a lot less for SUNY Potsdam. I didn't think it was half of what the Lakers have, but that's what I see here on the live stats, as we will resume play here after that injury again to SUNY Potsdam. And boy, oh boy, it is not looking good, as Smith literally not able to put any weight on that leg and that right knee, as she is put on the medical table behind the bench. 1 second, they wave it off. That is a shot clock violation. Cook did not release it from the palm in time. LaRock is going to go back to her respective seat next to assistant coach Busby, as Alcock has come back in. Wide open for a 3. That time it's a little bit off, not a lot of power on it. That was Hefts. And now with a fadeaway floater was Holmes, and it was no good. Oswego State touched it last. So a very rare offensive turnover here for the Lakers. Less than 3 minutes remaining in the second. 23-8 as Cook gets hit hard from behind by Holmes. She is up and she looks to be okay. However, that could have really spelt disaster here for SUNY Potsdam. Cook will get this one from Jones. trying to get away. She's being smothered quickly by Russo, but she did pass it to Alcock. Alcock scanning the environment. Spins away from White Principio. The shot off the mark on the right side. Picked up here by Oswego. They will go back the other way, right to left. Down to the bottom left-hand corner. That could be taken away. Jones knocks it free from Russo, but she fell down, and Russo was able to regain possession. It did not go over midcourt. White Principio on the right side, using her frame to her advantage for another 2 points. Hoyt to Alcock, wide open three-point shot, drilled for three. Bears needed that one. 25-11 for the Lakers. A nice passing play. Tic-tac-toe between White Principio and Russo. It pays dividends for number 10 in white and green. Hefts knocked that one out of play off of Jones. As it looks like the Lakers are literally changing up the whole starting five here. So coming back out will be Pence, Williams, Lewis, Ugay, and also, who am I missing here? Gilroy, the freshman guard, that's right. As it's Ugay trying to get away from LaRock. Jump ball again. That favors the Lakers. Jones was taken out for SUNY Potsdam on that last substitution. So Richards, LaRock, Alcock, Scarpine, and Cook are the ones out here. 8 seconds. Ugay will bulldoze her way into the paint. And I'm very surprised on that. Thought it would go against Oswego, but they're going to say it's the second foul on Richards. Fresh shot clock here. Taking the time, it's Lewis. Williams playing a triangle here, and that should be an offensive foul this time, I would think. Yes, as getting in there with the body would have been Gilroy. Check pass, Scarpine. Back to Richards with a little bit of steam. Passing it to LaSham and LaRock, and she gets pickpocketed again. That's maybe the third time so far that she has had the ball knocked out of her hands here so far in the contest. Will it result in points? Ugay kicks it out. They're on the right side corner of the arch. Three-pointer, no good. The ball's going to bounce back towards the defensive zone of the Lakers as Scarpine will knock it away. Shot clock is turned off. 12.8 seconds remaining, as it will be a foul, a reach in here, and a push on Scarpine. Bears are in a double bonus here. 10 seconds remaining as that one is taken away. All alone is Scarpine. She puts it up. It's good. That will put her at 6 total, as it was in the last second, which will bring us to our halftime in our first game of 2 this Saturday at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium in Potsdam, New York. As now your score here is going to be the Oswego State Lakers 27 and the SUNY Potsdam Bears 13. So a little bit of trouble for the Bears on the defensive side of the ball, as well as dealing with injury trouble We'll try to keep you updated on that as we progress here through the game. For the Bears, it's really just a matter of getting back to basics here and holding off the Lakers, who have been trying to put on so much offensive pressure in the first half. We will be back here in 10 minutes' time, and we will have your halftime intermission report and an out-of-town scoreboard update for you. So stick around because we will be back here shortly on both Mix 96.1 FM and PotsdamBears.com. All right, Todd, we're back in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back in, ladies and gentlemen, on Mix 96.1 FM and also live streaming on PotsdamBears.com through the Huddle fan app. With Todd Truax engineering this broadcast, I'm Taylor Salisbury, and at halftime in our first game of our basketball doubleheader at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium, it is the Lakers 27 and the Bears 13. Oswego State in the first half of play went 11 for 38 on their field goal attempts, a percentage of 28.9 overall. And the Bears ended up with 5 baskets made out of 22 for a 22.7% average. In the three-point category, it was 3 for 15 for Oswego, 20% average. And for the Bears, they go 1 for 4, 25%. Both teams tied in free throws as they both go 2 for 4 for a 50% average. Here is the real kicker, 28 rebounds for Oswego State, 17 for Potsdam, 13 of those 28 for the Lakers were offensive. 3 were for the Bears. And then in the defensive rebounds, 15 for the Lakers, 14 for the Bears. So they just get edged out by 1 in that department. Going down the list here, 8 assists for Oswego, 1 for Potsdam. 14 turnovers against the Bears, only 9 for the Lakers. And as we go down here towards the points off the paint, or points in the paint, 14 for Oswego and 6 for Potsdam. Points off the turnovers, 8 for the Lakers, 4 for SUNY Potsdam. And then in the last department, it is in steals, 12 for Oswego State, 6 for Potsdam. Also looks like on bench points, 13 for Oswego State, as their whole team has been able to rotate in and out with no issues so far. Only 2 bench points here for the Bears, as both teams will take their usual warm-up and get ready here to start the second half. We will look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Plenty of action going on here between all the different colleges in the North Country. Starting off here, of course, with the Bears teams. The women's hockey team will be starting here momentarily in the Maxey Hall Ice Arena, as they will be taking on number 15 ranked Plattsburgh State. That is a 3 p.m. face-off. I think we're just about to hit that time. Oh, it's 3:01. Okay, so they have just probably started the national anthems across the way here. The men's hockey team is at number 1 ranked Hobart. That will start at 4 o'clock. The Kangaroos of Canton women's basketball team is at Plattsburgh right now. They are down 45-35, 9 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Their women's hockey team will play Oswego State here at home at 3 p.m. The men's basketball team will start their second game at Plattsburgh at 4 p.m. And the men's hockey team is at number 4 ranked Oswego State. That'll be a later game in the evening, 7 p.m. St. Lawrence University's women's basketball team leads Bard College at the half, 37-24. The women's Saints hockey team at Appleton Arena leads number 5 ranked Quinnipiac 1-0, 14 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second period. The men's basketball team will take on Bard at 4, and the men's hockey team battles Princeton at Appleton at 7 p.m. For the Clarkson Golden Knights, the women's basketball team trails Vassar College 32-23 at the start of the third quarter. The women's hockey team at Chile Arena across town is down 3-0 to Princeton with 13 minutes remaining in the second period. The men's basketball team will play Vassar at 4, and the men's hockey team will play Quinnipiac. That should be a very good game this evening at 7 p.m. across town here in Potsdam at Chile Arena. You'll be able to listen to that game on B99.3 FM, or you can watch it on ESPN Plus, which is usually what I end up doing on a Saturday evening. We'll get to the rest of the SUNY basketball scores here momentarily. There's really only 2 to go. However, right now we're back in here as the Bears start with the ball. LaRock trying to pass this one back out to Scarpine, and with pressure coming along was Hefts. However, Scarpine was able to get this one back to Richards. Now down low to LaRock. She gets wide open by a step on Gilroy to make a 2-pointer. Avoiding the danger there was Holmes, and once again she gives it to White Principio for a bucket. So the other 2 SUNY games that were going on, Cortland women's are at New Paltz at the half. New Paltz leads by 6, 27-21. And Morrisville traveled to Oneonta at the half. The Red Dragons lead Morrisville 48-28. Foul was called here. It's the second one against Hirschler. Bears with the ball in the offensive zone. Alcock trying to use her body to get by Gilroy. It did not work, and her shot didn't even make it to the netting. Couple bodies lunging for the ball. However, it is picked up here by the Lakers and Hefts. Looks like it was a full timeout called by Coach Pinkerton and the Lakers here to make sure that they weren't going to lose the ball on the floor. 8 minutes and 26 seconds remaining here, as it is now 25-15, Oswego over Potsdam. And now as I look down here at the floor, I want to say, I think that is Smith down there, and she's got crutches. And she has now gotten into her sweatshirt and her sweatpants. So again, that is not a good sign here for SUNY Potsdam, as it looks like they have lost another player here going late into the 25-26 campaign. And we still have not seen Baxter come back out yet. I'm trying to find her on the bench. I don't see her here just yet. She may be down in the trainer's locker room, as also I do not see anybody up here in terms of near the medical table. Out of the timeout. Oof, tons of contact as Alcock gets smashed about 8 feet away from where she was standing by Gilroy. My goodness. Foul goes against Alcock out of that skirmish. So Oswego in the offensive territory. With it is Hefts. Got it over. Now down low. White Principio has to throw it back out. Ooh, Cook got a lot of her forearm and elbow in there on the head of Gilroy. So that's the second one against Olivia Cook. As the Lakers here on the right side of the Jerry Welch Gymnasium will try to set it up. A lob pass. That one should be picked up here. However, it looks like LaRock let it go, and she really needed to grab that ball. I mean, it looked here night and day from this vantage point like she tipped it last, so she had to grab that ball. She let it go. There was a shot at the last second by Holmes that missed the mark, and now she is literally limping down the court on one leg. It looks like she might have tweaked that right knee that has the Spider athletic tape wrapped around it. Three-pointer incoming. No good. It's rebounded here. White Principio takes it away. And the senior from Waterloo, New York is really showing her prowess here. So she'll go to the line for two as LaRock gets her first foul. First shot is in. Swapping of positions here by Hirschler and also Gilroy. And the second opportunity is made for White Principio. Leaving this one, it's Scarpine to Richards. Now Cook with a stutter step. And it looks like she did double dribble, losing the ball. And quickly, it's an offensive turnover for SUNY Potsdam. 7 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in the third. 31-15 is now the score. Wide open pass, received, giving it back on the pitch and catch. That is Hefts. And she'll let it go for two from the foul line. Ball goes out of bounds over the line. They're going to say Scarpine was holding on to it when that happened. Another giveaway here, and Potsdam didn't even get out of the gate there of their own defensive zone. White Principio again using the body to her advantage. It's almost honestly like she's just going by paint by numbers. Looks like it's textbook for her at this point. And again, she will sink another free throw. That is now 4 for 5. One more to go, and she makes it. 5 for 6, and she definitely leads the team. We'll get the official tally here momentarily. As Cook tried to escape with the ball, she will. The foul will go against Hefts. Richards will give this to Cook, who tries to get away from Hirschler, who is staying with her and watching her like a hawk. She does get a little bit of breathing room, does Cook, as she tries to bring it to the left side of the key. Fake shot, passing it over will be LaRock to Richards. However, that is going to be another turnover here in the offensive zone by the Bears, and this is where, unfortunately, SUNY Potsdam gets themselves into trouble. They'll go on about a 3 or 4 possession run where they either turn the ball over or have it stolen away. Wide open with a 3 was Weaver, shot no good. Put back, not once but twice, is made by White Principio, who now has, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points throughout the contest out of 37 for Oswego. Fair amount of body contact there. Put on by Gilroy. That will be her second, and she will sub out. Taking her place will be Lewis. Alcock brings this one out of midair as she tries to do some nifty footwork and hand movements. She got it back for LaRock's three-point shot, no good, and the ball will remain with the Bears as it was thrown out of play. So Cook is the one next to the official here. And she will try to find the outlet pass. She does, and again, that one is taken away from LaRock. That is almost a handful of times, probably about 5 now, that she has had the ball taken away. She also looked like she got tied up a little bit falling down after the play, but looks to be okay. Little bit of pain probably as she is bending over a little bit. That ball is stolen away as it was taken all the other way back here by Weaver for 2. Getting that ball was Akins. Well done. That one is deflected out over the sideline by Akins. As now Jones will come in for Cook. And she'll switch positions here with Scarpine. Alcock, drive-by handoff. Jones trying to get away. Could not do it. Kicks it back out. She'll cycle the ball around. Alcock swinging to the left side. No good, and it's brought down here by the Lakers. And it looks like Alcock is going to end up getting her 3rd foul here in the game. Coming up to the line will be Hefts. This is her first 2 opportunities on foul shots. As it looks like now, looking at the scoreboard, Oswego State is also in the double bonus halfway through our 3rd quarter. And the score is now Oswego State 39 and SUNY Potsdam 15. So far, LaRock the only one here to be able to get points for the Bears. And for the Lakers, Weaver had a 2-pointer. And White Principio in the 3rd alone has 8 points. As we mentioned, she is the leading scorer right now here for the Lakers. And looking at SUNY Potsdam, I think right now with the most points happens to be Lucy Scarpine, as she had 6 there in the 2nd quarter. She has been held off of the stat sheet so far here in the 3rd, as well as Olivia Cook, Dalen Alcock, and LaRock did get a 2-pointer, so pretty much everybody else here for the Bears has not been able to get towards the net. So it'll be 2 shots here for Hefts. Dribbles 3 times, fires it in, and it's good. She's ready, and the second one is on its way. No good, and it's rebounded by Scarpine. She loses it, though, and it will be another basket, that time for Hefts. She stayed with the ball after she shot that second one, and she was able to swipe it away, and now Alcock is on the board here in the 3rd quarter. A short shot makes its way to the twine. Down low, White Principio tries to go up with the ball. LaRock did take it away from her, but it is going to come back in favor of Oswego State on the jump. White Principio bats this one down and corrals it. Now this goes across. Akins, Weaver, back to Akins. No, that one goes to Pence. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. That three-pointer bounced off the board as it really didn't have enough of a launch on it. Pence will try it again. No, she'll give it this time to Weaver. Her shot no good. Alcock came up with it. A blind pass from behind the back was intended for Hoyt, taken away, and now this is just starting to become a track meet as the rebounds keep pouring in for Oswego State. They're going to actually give Potsdam a break here and say there was a push-off by Lewis. Hoyt up to LaRock. She'll spin away, but that is a travel as coming in with the pressure from the right side was Lewis. So she makes up for that pushing mistake previously against the Lakers. Dribbling this one is Pence. She'll shuffle to the left wing side and we'll get it right back. Double teamed here. Now backing off was Richards. Jones would stay with her. On the right side of the key, that one is blocked by Alcock as trying to let it go was Weaver. Here's a outlet pass that was there and wide open, but it was at the ankles of Alcock. And she is coming back here, not really too happy with that throw. Oswego State will come back the other way as there's a looks like a piece of tape or debris on the floor that is now stuck to the official shoe. So we'll have just a brief time here while he tries to get that taken off, and it will be the Lakers' ball right in front of the stat table. Not a whole lot of time left here in the third. 3 minutes and 9 seconds remaining as the Lakers have a rather large lead here, 42-17. Passing it around the umbrella, right to left. Akins to Pence. And it looks like, did she? Yes, I believe she did touch her foot out over the line. And again, another rare offensive miscue by the Lakers leads to the Bears receiving the possession. Jones going for a loose ball that rolled around and almost in front of the Oswego State bench was picked up. She got it to Richards. Richards got bumped from behind, and that will be a lost opportunity here for the Bears. And at this particular point in time, they cannot afford to be giving anything else up in terms of when they have the ball in their hands. Akins fakes the three-point shot and gives it back to Lewis. Lewis punching that one to Pence. Nicely done. However, that three-pointer is airmailed by Williams, and she'll go back here on defense as the Bears will set up here in their own defensive zone underneath of the net. Ball deflects off of Weaver, so they'll just reset here on the opposite side of the end line. All right. Trying to get that in for Cook, and reaching in was Williams to again knock that away. So for the third time, Richards here will get back up to the line. And now she's literally in the kitty corner here on the bottom left-hand corner of the right side. Jones able to get it up to Richards. She'll try to weave her way in, but she is defended beautifully that time by Lewis. Paris Jones in for Richards. Whistle is blown, contact made, not a whole lot, however, it will be called against Weaver. And that brings Richards up to the line for her first 2 foul shots of the game. There's the first one, and it's good as it hits the back of the board. One more to go. It's on its way. It's good. 42-19. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the third quarter. Double team put on by Jones and Alcock. Somehow, someway, Pence got the pass away. Wide open is Akins. And on the lob, it's good for 2. Richards trying to avoid Lewis. On the pass, it's Jones from Hoyt. Jones gets tripped up as she holds her left knee that also has a knee pad around it. Pence will drive in and push it back out for Ugay, and Ugay gets fouled. And then I think her fist just went into Cook's gut. Richards now sits at 3 fouls. She'll go back here to the bench. Scarpine will check back in. Two shots for Ugay. The first one, decided bravely that it did not want to go in as it hit the front and back of the rim, then the right side. Second one coming. It's good. Little bit of heckling going on there by the Potsdam Bears men's basketball team that's over here, not in the camera frame. As Scarpine loses this one to Lewis, and I think that Lewis will be called, which would be her third. Scarpine has yet to go up to the foul line. She'll bend the knees, straighten the elbow. It's good on the first shot. On the reset. There's the delivery. And again, it's good for Scarpine. 2 for 2. 45-21, still a big lead here for Oswego. Akins trying to get away from Cook. She passed it along, and on the jump ball, it will go in favor of Cook that time. Bears will have it here on the lower sidelines in their own defensive end. Now going up to the top. Jones on the right lane. Back to the bottom left-hand corner with time and space. Three-point shot, Scarpine, no good. Alcock picks it up. Hook shot also misses, and it's brought back. Coming back, 3-on-2 the other way. It's going to be Oswego. Now wide open is going to be Williams. 4-2. Nobody saw her behind the play coming in. She was the trailer. 30 seconds remains on the clock. Scarpine Trying to get away from 2 now. She does. It goes all around the dish and gently bobbles out. As trying to just run this one out is Uge. She gets called for traveling. A chance here for the Bears. Jones will have this one. There's Cook and there's Alcock in the vicinity. Alcock briefly gets away from Akins. 6 seconds remaining as that one is flipped over to Cook. She'll try to drive her way in on the right side. She got the shot away, but it would not go in. It was rebounded by Oswego, and that finishes up our third quarter of play here at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium. As in your women's basketball game, currently it is 47-21, Oswego State over Potsdam. Looking at the updated statistics through 3 quarters of play, Oswego is now 18 for 55 on field goals, a 32.7% average. The Bears 7 for 34, 20.6 overall. In the three-pointers, 3 for 21 were the Lakers, 1 for 6 for SUNY Potsdam. And in free throws, 8 for 12 are the Lakers, 66.7%. The Bears go 6 for 8, 75% flat. 40 rebounds for the Lakers, 25 for the Bears. 18 of those are offensive for the Lakers, 22 on defense. SUNY Potsdam had 6 on the O and 19 for the D. Largest lead so far has been 27 points. 13 assists here for Oswego State, 3 for the Bears. 23 turnovers against SUNY Potsdam, only 12 on Oswego. 20 bench points for the Lakers, 6 for the Bears. And the rest of them are pretty even except for shots in the paint. 28-10 in favor of Oswego, and second chance points, 16 and 6 on the Lakers. So here we go, fourth quarter. Scarpine will let it fly for 3, but she puts up a brick. Cook rebounded it, resetting the shot clock. Swiping away at it is Uge, and she will falter Cook into making an offensive turnover. So Cook gets her third foul as the Lakers take back over. Underneath, a great pass from Pence to Russo, and Russo caps off a gorgeous little behind-the-back shot. Ball quickly turned over again, and it will be Pence. She travels to the right side, puts it through the legs, and will try to get away from Cook and Richards, who bowls her over. They will say that it's going to be the Bears' ball now. Looked like off of that was a travel on the Lakers. Cook dribbling this one down the middle of the court, trying to keep her balance. Nicely done. However, the whistle was blown, and they're going to have to, I believe, bring this one back halfway, yes, towards midcourt. 49-21 of the score. 9 minutes remaining here in our fourth quarter. After this, we will have the second game of our doubleheader. Men's basketball will start at 4 p.m. between Potsdam and Oswego. Hoyt, 3 points. No, picked up here. Given right into the hands of Cook. Scarpine on her back in the paint could not really do anything else. That'll be the third foul against Uge. Trying to hit in the paint was Richards, and Cook did it. However, she just could not get a shot on net. Now she bounces it back to Cook. She's defended. Akins knocks it away in time. Coming back here is Russo for Oswego State. Akins will pass it back out. Swinging in was Uge. Back to Akins. That shot is in on the right side corner of the arch for 2. Bears now down by 30. LaRock on the right side of the glass. That goes off her knee and out of bounds. So Pence will pass this forward. Russo trying to slash into the paint. And that one is knocked away and taken back by the Bears. Hoyt lobbing this one for Richards. And it looks like she got tagged. Yes, she got tagged from behind by Pence. That's her third. Jones hops off her chair and will come in this time for Cook. And now Scarpine takes another elbow, this time to the nose or the mouth area. That's the second time that has happened to her in this game. She'll have some bruises definitely afterwards. On the double dribble, Akins loses the ball here for the Lakers. And now here comes Alcock again for LaRock. Richards bounces this one. It's a short pass picked up by Jones as she tries to spin away from Uge. Alcock swings to the right or the left side. It will fall for 2. Uge dribbles behind the back. Nifty little handwork. However, her shot no good, and Alcock palms that one with one hand. She comes back 2-on-1. Wide open was Jones. Kicks it out to Scarpine. And it looks like that one was not for the best as she misses. And then the whistle is blown here in front of the Bears bench. A foul is drawn on Richards. Richards with her 4th here as Pence will bobble this one in for Uge. Now to Russo. Scans the environment and finds Wiley. Back to Russo. And they make it look easy on that one. Russo has 4 in this 4th quarter now. She is sitting at 9 points total. Second foul against Madison Akins, that freshman guard from Nyack, New York, here on Oswego. She'll be taken out for a little bit, and a nice little hook shot by Hoyt is able to go in. 53-25 now for the Lakers. 6 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in the 4th. As Uge again slips through the defense. And then there's, getting tripped down there was Russo. Scarpine was also hunting that one down. And I do believe it looks like the Lakers are pretty much going to take off all of their starting 5 as they have brought in number 11, Madison McAvoy. This is her first time in the game. It also looks like so McAvoy is in the game, as well as Weaver. And I believe that is also Hayden down there, number 25. Emily Hayden from Elmira, New York, a graduate student. So this is almost like the third line bench players, and it looks like, I believe a technical was called here on Gilroy. That would be her third, but I think a technical was called because going to the line will be the Bears as the officials come together to confer heads. Both teams here will come together in huddles and kind of talk this game over. While we have a minute, we're going to try to look in here and see if there is an updated score across the way here at the Maxey Hall Ice Arena. We mentioned that the ice hockey team was playing Plattsburgh State, which could be seen on PotsdamBears.com, as John Horn, I believe, has the call over there. Right now, start of the second period, it looks like it is Plattsburgh 3, Potsdam 0. Both teams now going back to their seats. They were all standing on the sideline awaiting this decision as the official now makes his way back over to the scores table. Everybody else has set up here. Alcock is at the line. So 2 shots. Here's the first one. Alcock sinks it, no problem, as that one barely hits the netting. One more to go. Lets it fly, and again, it's good for Alcock. 53-27, Bears have the double bonus, and 6 minutes remaining. James. Molly James, another senior guard from Syracuse, New York, loses the ball. Scarpine with a layup, no good, on the right side of the rim. With it now is McAvoy. Back to James. She'll try to go to the right wing side. She does, trying to use her forearm off of Hoyt, passing it. The three-point shot, no good from McAvoy. And then a whistle is called, as it looks like, I believe, James from behind made some body contact there with Alcock. Yes, she did. And Alcock is definitely not someone you want to give these opportunities to, as again, she'll make her third in a row. 4 for 5 so far. But that one definitely off target on the left side, 4 for 6. Weaver to McAvoy. McAvoy hits James in stride. Now it's going to be McAvoy receiving it from Hayden. James has it once more, curling away from Richards. Could not do a whole lot. However, the shot by McCraith is good, as she was literally right underneath of the net. Scarpine goes up with that one, loses the ball, and hits very hard off the ground. That should be the second one against James. Timeout called here on the floor, as a little bit of discussion goes on here between Coach Pinkerton and the official as they both separate. 4 minutes and 50 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Oswego 55, Potsdam 28. Right now, Alcock in the fourth quarter has 5 points for the Bears, and Hoyt had a 2-point bucket. For the Lakers, Akins has 2, Russo has 4, and McCraith just picked up 2 points for herself as well for the Lakers. Scarpine will come back to the line as she went 2 for 2 in the third quarter. She'll look for that third, but it will not be this one. That one bounces like it just hit a bunch of Crisco. Fourth shot, though, is cashed in by Scarpine. So she's at a cool 75%. Couple quick passes around. McCraith, her shot bobbles and rolls around the rim. Picked up here by Richards. Across the way to the left lane. Hoyt to Alcock through the legs. Back in on the middle, and it's good for 2. (53-31). Now the score here as the Lakers trying to hustle in to the top of the arch. James with it. Alcock pointing out to James that she put a foot out over the line. So that will be a turnover here offensively on Oswego State. Looks like there's another timeout being called here. Little bit of miscommunication here by the officials around the court. Looks like the timeout will not be able to be taken, and it will still be the Bears' ball, though, as that was out of bounds off of the Lakers and James. Hoyt connects here with Alcock. Alcock will roll this ball forward as she was falling, and the look on her face just says everything as she's kind of given up here on the defensive play, trying to pick up a loose player now. Oswego could not do anything with it, and that is going to be an illegal block by McCraith. Giving the ball back here to SUNY Potsdam with 3 minutes and 47 seconds remaining. Scooped up here by LaRock. Crisscrossing with Alcock, and she'll get it right back. Fakes it, underhands it that time to Hoyt, and she got pushed for her trouble from behind by, I believe, McCraith. Yes, it is a second foul in less than 30 seconds for McCraith. So this time up is LaRock. She has not been able to have any free throw attempts so far. She makes that first one. Second one, no good. McCraith will snatch that one. James advancing the ball forward. Nicely done to Weaver. And Weaver will pick up her 4th point here on a bucket. Hoyt in front of the Bears bench, trying to swing in from that far side. Now to the left of the paint. It's good for 2 from 3 feet away. McAvoy to Hayden. Hayden fakes the shot and passes it back to her. McAvoy with a three-pointer, that's in! First points for Madison McAvoy as she just ripped a three from the bottom corner. Let's see how the Bears respond. Alcock with some speed going in there to the middle lane. James knocked her down, and then it looks like James giving a little verbal talk there to Alcock behind the play. Meanwhile, the shot was no good by James, and it will be Richards coming back right to left. Zigzag to the right wing. Right corner of the arch, to be specific. Hoyt to Alcock. She slips through the D, but her shot is no good. Picks up the rebound as she hit the top of the head, it looks like, or maybe even the mouth of Hayden. Hayden looks to be okay, though, as she was checking her mouth. One minute and 46 seconds remaining. Oswego leads the Bears 58-36. Right now, it's really all a matter of the Lakers killing the rest of the clock as McGrath is off target with that shot from 2 feet. Richards quarterbacking the play from the point. She has made Lasham run underneath the basket to the upper right-hand side. But they're at the lower bottom side of the court. Hoyt puts it in for 2 off the board. Hoyt is at 6 here in the fourth as we have less than 1 minute remaining in the fourth quarter. There's a 2-point shot by McGrath that time around as she made the follow-through. Hoyt, 3 points, spun around the rim and out. Rebounded by Mary Grace Guiney. LaRock looks like she might lose the ball, and looks like maybe she got hit in the eye as well. Mentioned that throughout the game, she's lost the ball on turnovers at least 5 times so far. So James took a foul. LaRock misses on her first shot. Here's the second one. That is good. McAvoy will slowly trot this one back down here into the offensive zone. Hayden over top of LaRock, and that one misses as it hit the back of the iron and bounced up. 16 seconds remaining as the shot clock has been turned off. Richards to Guiney. Swinging in is Hoyt, back to Richards, doesn't take the 3-point shot. 4 seconds remaining, bounces it to LaRock. She'll take one more shot. That is tipped by McGrath, and that will conclude our first game of 2 here at the Jerry Welch Gymnasium in Maxey Hall, as your final in women's basketball is the Lakers 60 and the Bears 39. Oswego State practically able to go on cruise control there. Halfway through the fourth quarter of play, SUNY Potsdam was making a good rally. However, in the end, it was just too little too late, and there were too many points on the board for the Lakers. As we'll go over the post-game statistics for you here between the games. Try to get them here on the update. There we go. The Lakers will finish 24 for 70 on field goals, and the Bears went 13 for 49. So Oswego State with a better percentage, 34.3% to 26.5. And then looking at the three-point category, the Lakers go 4 for 24, 1 for 10 were the Bears. On the free throws, the Lakers didn't have any there in that final quarter of play, so they stay at 8 and 12. 12 for 18 were the Bears, so both teams tied in the percentages at 66.7%. 47 rebounds to 37 in favor of the Lakers. 19 to 10 offensive, 28 to 27 defensive rebounds. Going down the line here, the largest lead was 30 points for Oswego State. 19 assists to Potsdam State's 3. There were 28 turnovers against SUNY Potsdam, 18 on Oswego. Oswego also had 33 bench points and 14 for the Bears. As going down here now, 4 blocks apiece, 17 steals by the Lakers and 10 for the Bears. 30